Hi, welcome back to the Natacha Knows show. I'm your host, Natacha. My next guest is Kellz Johnson. He's the owner of Smoke Magazine. Smoke Magazine is a groundbreaking magazine that promotes hip-hop, R&B, models, fashion, artistic photography, and events. A magazine that sheds light on artists, entertainers, and models that mainstream seems to overlook. Established in 2016 by owner, editor-in-chief, Kellz Johnson, aka Kellz, Smoke Magazine is gaining more popularity every day and is focused on preserving the culture known as hip-hop. Please join me in welcoming Kellz Johnson, aka Kellz. Welcome to the Natacha Knows show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I always like to kind of start off the show with asking the guests like what they're currently up to, like what do you do in your spare time?
What I do in my spare time, if I'm not, taking pictures or going to events and everything,
Right,
I'm actually in school for Full Sail University for digital cinematography because I plan to start directing movies. I'm going to start off with short films and documentaries first, and then I'm going to go into full feature-length films. But that's basically, what I'm doing in my spare time, basically editing projects and everything. So,
Okay,
yeah.
nice. So tell us, or tell the viewers rather, what inspired you to become a photographer? Like what kind of what planted the seed for you to become a photographer?
That's actually a very good question.
I
I think what inspired me to be a photographer is basically I want to show the world, what I see through my eyes. I think with every photographer has a different vision of what they want to do. I wanted to show the world like basically what I see, because everybody has a certain thing about them, when they see things about the world, they have different opinions and they have different views and everything. I want to show people what my views were,
Right.
As far as what I see in the music industry, what I see in the world and everything, and that's what's cool about being a photographer is to be able to show that visual like
Right.
that. So,
Yeah. So tell us like a typical photo shoot, Say for instance you're shooting like a KRS-One, well, I'll go from old school to new school. So say for instance you're shooting, you're doing a shoot with KRS-One versus a shoot with P. Diddy.
Okay. Now,
It's a big difference.
It is a big difference, because those two different, they're both legends, by the way.
But tell us like your reaction. Like how do you get into the photography mode, like to become
Well, it's basically kind of getting the temperature of what the artist is. If I'm taking a picture of an artist or a model, it's basically finding out exactly what they want. So before I even do the photo shoot with them, I like to do the over the phone consultation with them. So I know exactly what kind of visuals they want. So once I'm at the photo shoot and stuff, I'm making sure they're good to go, everybody's comfortable, making sure they have the right looks. When I'm doing my photo shoots, I always have my camera. After I take the picture, I turn around the camera and show them what the picture looked like. Even though, I do the post-production, the editing, everything after that. But I make sure they look good in the picture and they actually satisfied with the pic. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So with that said, can you tell us about like your most favorable artist or entertainer that you shot?
That I worked with?
Yeah, that you worked.
Wow, that's a very good question. Because I took a lot of different pictures. I think that DJ Self from 105.1 was a good one. I did a lot. He's actually a very
Why was
cool
it a
person.
good one? Was he like live?
Because it was at an event with a lot of people and it was so loud and everything. And I always thought, I heard him on the radio. I never met him before. And when I took the picture of him, I said, oh, this is a real good pic, and I introduced myself. I said, hey, I'm Kellz, owner of Smoke Magazine. It's a hip-hop-based magazine. He's very receptive of it, and he was just very
Got your
down.
elevator pitch already ready to go.
Yeah, so yeah, I know. I was already pre-planned and
Right,
everything.
right.
But he was just a real calm, cool, and collected person. Another event that I went to, you heard of the show Power.
Yes.
It's produced by 50 Cent.
Yes.
That was another
The
good
famous
one.
show Power.
Yes.
Everybody heard about Power.
Exactly.
And Ghosts and all of them.
I love that show. I really
Yeah.
love that show. And
It's a little on the violent side,
it
don't you think?
is,
But I mean,
it kind of keeps you kind of entertained.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I liked about it.
I think I like it just as much as I like Empire.
Yes.
you know.
Yeah. Empire is a very
Doesn't.
good show, but I think that
Yeah,
they do things in different kind of, avenues. I
Yeah.
feel that, Power is more drama based, even
Right.
though Empire is drama based as well, but
Yeah.
it seems like Empire is more musical, it's more of a
Right.
musical and everything.
Right, that's
Even
true.
though Power is the produced by 50 Cent, who's a multi, talented rapper, but I went to one of their finale shows. It was out there
Wow.
in Brooklyn, and there was a couple of stars that was out there from the show. And one of them was Ray Ray,
Okay.
played by Marcus Calendar.
Yeah.
And it's so funny when I was taking
He's a
pictures.
young actor. He's been acting for a while.
He has been
I think he
acting.
was on like The Different World or
Right,
something when
he's
he was
did
like
a
little
lot of
kid.
different
Yeah.
programs and everything.
Okay.
So when I took the picture of him, I took a selfie of him. I introduced myself the same way I always do,
Yeah.
and I asked him. I said, "Hey, can I take a selfie with you?" And he was just real cool.
Yeah.
Remember, this is Ray Ray that
Right.
killed Ghost's
That was
daughter
so
on the
hard
show.
on camera, yeah.
But he's so calm and cool and collected, in person and everything. And I
Right.
thought that was so cool about that.
Do you ever get like starstruck? Like I can't believe like I'm really on a shoot for
I think that originally when I first started taking pictures and stuff and doing photography, yes, I got kind of starstruck. But now I'm real comfortable. They're regular people like everybody else. So, when I talk to the entertainers, regardless if they're celebrities or they're multi-platinum rappers or they're regular models or supermodels, I treat everybody the same way. We're all
you're just
people.
there to work. Yes, we're all
Exactly.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're there to do a job.
Exactly.
So you got to get the job done.
Exactly.
So before we have you go,
Okay.
can you tell like viewers about how could they purchase the magazine? How could they follow you on like your social media sites and things like that?
Right. They can follow me on Instagram. Yes.
Okay. I get a shout out.
The Smoke Magazine. This is volume 4, by the way. You can actually get all my volumes on madcloud.com. You can download it as a digital copy, or you can order the printed copy just like this.
Okay.
But definitely I'm on Instagram. I'm very heavy on Instagram out of all the social media. So I'm on Smoke_magazine.
Okay.
Yes.
Smoke underscore. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Kelly, for being a guest on the Natacha Knows Show. It's
Thank you
always
for
a
having
pleasure.
me.
Okay. We'll be right back.
I'm unforgettable, nigga. I seen it all coming way back then. Swag said I got the juice, so this is played by him. I've been stuck in my own box, that's an 8x10. Dropping bombs at the bombs, only 8 by men. I respect the. I want the finest thing. I think about having a fortune. Coming from nothing is awesome. I swear them lanes never cost us. Switching the lanes, let me boss up. Wait, let me calm down. Dreams bigger than they part of town. I want the world, homie, how that sound. Want the world, homie, how that sound. Man, I want it all.